Good afternoon everyone. So today we will discuss about the first part of the transcription and then move to the genetic code. Okay. The second complexity is that primary transcripts contain both exons and introns and non-functionals. Obviously you know that, and you have already read about the difference between the exons and introns, and there is the non-functional part are also present. In the case of the prokaryotes there is no change, but in the case of the, hence it is a subject to process is called splicing, where the introns are removed or exons are joined in a defined order. So there is another two part complexity are also present in the eukaryotes, that is splicing and capping. Okay, splicing, capping and telling. Three stage: splicing, capping and telling. These three steps are present in the transcription of the eukaryotes. So in the, hence it is a subject to process called, in the splicing that introns are removed and exons are joined in a defined order. HNRNA undergo an additional progressing called as capping and telling. In capping, an unusual noticeable methyl guanosine triphosphate is added to the 5' end of the HNRNA, and telling adenylate residue are added to the 3' end in the template independent manner. It is fully processed hRNA, now called mRNA. Then that transport out the nucleus for the translation. So at the end of the part of the transcription, in the case of the eukaryotes, there is three steps are present. That one is the splicing, capping and telling. In the case of the splicing, where introns are removed and exons are joined. Okay. In the case of the capping, at the 5' end there is another chemical, that is methyl guanosine added, and in the case of the telling, that occurs the added of the adenylate residue at the 3' end. Okay. So these three steps, after completion of these three steps, the HNRNA converted into the mRNA and go to the nucleus for the next stage, that is translation. Okay. So first transcription, then splicing, capping, telling, then translation. Splicing means removal of introns and exons are joined. Okay. This step occurs in the splicing. In capping, methyl guanosine triphosphate. Capping, methyl guanosine triphosphate added at 5' end. That one is the capping, the methyl guanosine triphosphate added at 5' end. And telling, adenylate residue attached at 3' end. Okay. So this is the three important stages of the transcription. After that, the HNRNA, these steps occurs in the HNRNA. Then HNRNA converted into the mRNA, that is messenger RNA, and then they move to the nucleus for the next step, translation. The significance of such complexities is now beginning to understand. The split genes arrangement represent probably an ancient feature of the genome. The presence of introns are reminiscent of aquantity, and the process of splicing represent the dominance of RNA world. In recent time, the understanding of RNA and RNA dependent process in living system have assumed more importance. Next, genetic code. During replication and transcription, a nucleic acid was copied from another nucleic acid. Okay? Transcription, replication, a nucleic acid was copied to form another. In replication, DNA form another DNA. Transcription, DNA form RNA. Okay? So, in the case of the transcription and nucleic acid transcription and replication, one nucleic acid form a new nucleic acid. Hence, these processes are easy to conceptualize on the basis of complementary. The process of translation requires transfer of genetic information from a polymer of nucleotides to a polymer of amino acids. So, polymer of nucleotides to a polymer of amino acid. Polymer of amino acid means proteins. That means simply translation means the synthesis of the protein. Okay? From the RNA. The process is easy to conceptualize on the basis of complementary. The process of translation requires transfer of genetic information from a polymer of nucleotides, that is RNA to protein, because RNA contains ribosome, you know that, and ribosomes are the site of the protein synthesis. So, that is why first RNA formed by the process of the transcription and then protein formed by the process of the translation. And this is the what is translation? That is the transfer of the genetic information from transfer of genetic information from one nucleic acid or from polymer of nucleic acid. Polymer of nucleic acid by nucleotides, you know that is DNA or RNA, because they are made up of nucleic acids. Okay? So, polymer of nucleotides to polymer of amino acids. That is simply formation of the protein from the RNA. Neither does any complementary exist between the nucleotides and amino acids, nor could be any drawn theoretically. There exists ample evidences to support the notion that change in the protein. This lead to the proposition of a genetic code that could direct the sequence of amino acid during synthesis of the protein. So, there is some proteins or genetic codes are present that helps in the synthesis or direct the sequence of amino acid, which amino acid will be arranged and which one after the which one, that will be indicated by the genetic code. If determining a biochemical nature of genetic material and structure of DNA was very exciting, the proposition and deciphering of the genetic code are most challenging. In a very true sense, is required involvement of the scientists from several disciplines: physics, organic chemist, biochemist and genetics. It was George Gamow, a physicist, who argued that since there are only 4 bases and if they have to code for 20 amino acid, the code should be constitute the combination of bases. So, Gamow, a physicist, he claimed that there is only 4 amino acid and there is only 4 bases: adenine, guanine, thymine, cytosine, and there is 20 amino acids are present. So, there must be arranged in the constitution or combination of bases, depends on the bases. Okay? He suggests that in order to code for all 20 amino acids, the code should be made up of 3 nucleotides. That is very bold proposition, because a permutation combination 4 to the power 3, 4 into 4 into 4 would be generating 64 codons. Generating many more codons are required. Providing proof that codon is a triplet has a more denoting task. The chemical method developing Govind Khurana was instrumental synthesis RNA molecule with defined combination of the bases, homopolymers and copolymers. Marshall Neilberg's call-free system of protein synthesis finally helped to the code the deciphered severe Okia enzymes and polymering RNA with defined sequence in a complete independent manner. Finally, a checkerboard for genetic code was represented in the given table. So many scientists, they propose different genetic codes. Gameau proposed that there must be, the codes should be arranged in 4 cube manners, means 4 into 4 into 4. But if it will be arranged in that manner, there should be present 64 codons. But that not be possible, so this will be discarded. And the next after next, so many scientists give the idea about that, and at last the Neilberg's checkerboard are popularized by the for the genetic code. Okay, so you can see that in your book there is a checkerboard is present, UCAG and UCAG. Okay, so first and second position, the positions of the genetic code. There is also, if you want to find out the genetic code of anything, you can just make that box and you can find out that UCAG, and there is also UCAG. Okay, this the 4 genetic, the table codons for various amino acid. First position UCAG, okay, and third position UCAG, and in each box contain UCAG, okay, in this manner. This one is the first position, this one is the second position, and this one is the third position. Then you can make that U. So in the first position you can U, second position U, third position U. So first one U. First position U, second position C, third position C. So there obviously will be U. Not that one. When you just take only one boxes, okay? When you works on that boxes, first position U, second position U, third position U. So U, first one genetic code U. Next position, first position U, second position U, third position C. Okay, so second genetic code will be UC. Next UA. Okay, so in this manner you can form the genetic code and make the checker box. Okay. Understand everyone how it is formed? First, second and third position. First, pick up one box and make that UC, UA and UG. Okay, this is very easy. And which is coded for which one? Phenyl, luteinine. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Sujita. Okay, Payal, thank you. The salient features of genetic codes are follows. So, what is the characteristics of the genetic codes? The codon is triplet. Obviously, you can see that all are made by the 3. So, their first one genetic code is triplet. 61 codons code for amino acid and 3 codons do not code for any amino acids. Hence, they functions as top codons. Okay. So, there is a 64 total, 64 codons, 4 cube, that is proposed by the Gameau, 64 codons. #61 code for anything and only 3 does not code for anything, do not code for anything, and this one is called stop codon. One codon codes for only one amino acid, hence it is called unambiguous and specific. One codon code for a specific only one amino acid, so that's why it is called ambiguous and specific codon. Some amino acids are coded by more than one codon, hence the code is degenerated. Okay, so many amino acids are present is only for the one codon, so the codes will be degenerated. The codon is read in the mRNA in a continuous fashion. There are no punctuation. Just for UUA, UGG, no punctuation is present. The code is nearly universal. For example, from bacteria to human, UUU would be code for the phenylalanine. Some exception to the rule found in the mitochondrial codons and in some protozoans. Okay, so the codons always will be universal, because from bacteria to any animals they code for only one type of the single amino acids. Okay, and they are same. In some exceptional cases find you can the mitochondria. AUG has dual function. It codes for methionine and it acts also as the initiator codon. This one is the very important question. What is the dual function of the AUG, or why the AUG is dual in function? Okay, it is code for the methylalanine and it is act as the initiator. Okay, AUG, dual function of the AUG. This one is very important question. What is the dual function? First one, it codes for methionine, codes for methionine, it codes for methionine, and second one act as a initiator codon. Okay, so this is the dual function of the AUG. It following the sequence of nucleotides in mRNA predict the sequence of amino acid coded by it. AUG, UU, UUC, UUC, and now the opposite, following the sequence amino acid coded predict the nucleotide sequence in the RNA. First AUG methionine, UU phenylalanine, UUC phenylalanine, all are phenylalanine. Okay, U contains mostly phenylalanine. So if there is AUG, UUC, UUG are present, that be AUG code for methionine and they are code for phenylalanine. So in this manner the chain will be formed. Do you face any difficulty predicting opposite? Can you now create the two peptide genetic code learned? Okay. Next, mutation and genetic code. Okay. How does the mutation occurs and genetic code is related to the mutation? Mutation and genetic code. The relationship between genes and DNA are best understood by the mutation studies. You have studied about mutation and in effects in the chapter 5. Effects of large deletion and rearrangement in a segment of DNA are easy to comprehend. It may result in loss or gain of a gene or its so functions. Obviously, genes, you know that what is the gene and how the gene and DNA is related with each other by the process of the mutation. So, how we can relate the gene and DNA by the process of the mutation? You know that gene is the functional segment of the DNA. The most of the functions of the DNA is occurred by the genes. Okay. So the gene is the most important functional segment of the DNA. If there is a loss or any part of the gene will be removal from the DNA, there must be change occurs in the DNA. Okay. And this is the mutation. DNA are the large deletion and rearrangement of a segment of DNA, any part of the DNA that may be rearranged, that may be removed, okay, or that results in the loss or gain of a gene or so function. Obviously, the functional segment of the DNA is called gene. If the fragment of DNA will be removed or rearranged, the gene will also be removed or rearranged, okay, and there is change must be occur in any type of the animals. The effect of the point mutation will be explained here. A classical example of point mutation is to change a single base pair of gene for beta globin chain and result in change of amino acid residue glutamate to valine. Okay. So, the point mutation, that is the change of the amino acid glutamate to valine, that result into disease condition called sickle cell anemia. So, what is the cause of the sickle cell anemia? That is occurs due to the mutation. What happened? The amino acid glutamate change into the valine. Okay. So, example of point mutation. Point mutation, that is sickle cell anemia. The RBC just form the structure just like sickle. Okay. Occurs due to the amino acid glutamate change into valine. Okay. This is the cause of the sickle cell anemia. Effect of point mutation, that inserts or deletes the base of structural gene, can be better understood by the following simple ideas based on a structural genes. Consider a statement that is made up of the following words, each having 3 letters genetic code: RM, HS, RED, CAP. If we insert a letter B in the between HS and RED, their rearranged statement would be read as follows: RM, HS, BRE, D, C, A and P. Similarly, if we insert 2 letters in the same place, that is B, it change. Now it read the. That is the exercise can be repeated and deleting of the letters RED one by one and rearranging the statement to make a triplet word. This conclusion from the above exercise is very obvious. Insertion or deletion of 1 or 2 bases changes the reading framing the point of insertion and deletion. Insertion and deletion are 3 multiple bases insert or delete 1 or multiple codon. Hence, 1 multiple amino acid and reading from remains unaltered from the point onward. Such mutation referred to frame shift mutation or delete mutation. So, point mutation, that is the changes, 1 amino acid changes into the another, and the deletion or frame shift mutation, 1 new amino acid will be entered and the other parts will be changed. They are shift from one part to another part. Okay. So, this one is the point mutation. Point mutation occurs when the amino acid changes or formed into the another amino acid. And frame shift or deletion mutation, that may be 1 amino acid will be deleted, frame shift or deletion mutation. What happened in the frame shift or deletion mutation? The conclusion from the above exercise, insertion and deletion of 1, 2 bases changes the reading the frame or pointer. If you have 1 basis RAM, next HAS, RED, CAP. Okay, so this change is present or these bases are present, and when the frame shift mutation occurs, there must be one deletion or must be one insertion of the another new bases, and the other bases start to shift. Okay, if there is one new bases enter in this place. Okay, so what will be the bases? RAM, that will be, there is no change occur. HS, no change occur, but when there is a new basis will be entered, that may be B. So B or E. Okay, and D will be shifted into the new part, then it form D, C, A, and P will be divided. Okay, so this is the frame shift mutation. Understand everyone? There is a new basis either inserted or otherwise deleted. Okay, and the other bases start to shift from their own place. Okay, this is the frame shift or deletion mutation. RM, there is no insertion or deletion occurs, that will be same. HS, there is also no deletion occurs or insertion occurs, but when there is a new basis entered, that is B, the other parts start to shift. B, R, E, because they are triplet, you know that genetic code always triplet, 3 must be present, 3, 3, 3, and then the D will be shifted to the next part, D, C, A, and P will be divided from the CAP. Okay, this is frame shift mutation or deletion mutation. Okay, so next video we will continue the tRNA, the adapter molecules. This is up to for the today. We will continue the rest of part in our next video. Okay, thank you very much everyone. Bye everyone.